No, yo, it's not low. God's son been the moniker. Putting beats in hearses versus hot as the thermometer. Busting out the 808, measured like barometers. Y'all honor the long face, this race we ride with Kamala. It's bigger than Democrats and all that. Melanin, feminine power is coming back. To keep it real, this the build y'all fear. The Adam needed Eve, it was written like 𝐤𝐤𝐬. Let's be clear, we overthrowing the oligarchy. But it was fate that it would start with the patriarchy. Put down the cup and stand up for your sovereignty. Prayer with no work is banking on the lottery. Eternal student, single psychology. Stimulus ain't a plus, just a flating economy. Pushing like salt and pep, I step properly. Master my art right, this life is pottery. Nalo. What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Nalo Kicking Knowledge. Today, we'll be analyzing some of the hidden layers behind Kendrick's new song, Watch the Party Die. So, let's get into it. All right, y'all. So Kendrick Lamar releases a new track called Watch the Party Die. And we've been talking a lot about Kendrick this year. He's outside. And from my spiritual perspective, I find it interesting that this is an 8 year, right? 2024 vibrates at an 8. Kendrick's life path, I believe, is 8, along with his karmic number, him being born on the 17th of the month. This is a lifetime for him to karmically embody that 8 energy, which is Saturn ruled, Saturn in Pisces right now, dealing with destruction or release of old ways of doing things. So I feel a lot of forces working through Kendrick. So here we all know Kendrick's a Gemini, and all Geminis are messengers, and how we express these messages will be unique to ourselves, right? So there's so many interesting layers to this new release. The first one is that he drops it the day after the election, okay? And the song is, of course, called Watch the Party Die, or rather, a large portion of how the song flows is around that idea. So I want to start there with just the concept of Watch the Party Die. I think it's immaculate timing for him to put it out when he did, but it's not pertaining directly to that. The way it goes when you're an artist is that sometimes you may create something and it lines up perfectly for a moment. I think Watch the Party Die and its release right after the debate is also giving this idea of foreshadowing that whole system is, going to die, is coming out. When we focus on the record, the content on the record is speaking very much of the same. And in my previous commentary on Kendrick and Drake, I told you it's really like picking a side of where you're vibrating at. Drake representing not necessarily doing the work, but being really earthly based and in the moment. And Kendrick representing the journey of evolution to emancipate one's mind out of ignorance and elevate the spirit. It's not easy in this world we live in. So that's why Drake's route is considered easier to do, or more sheep-like, right? Where we just want to feel good. We just want to chase desires and things of that nature. Where on Kendrick's side, it's like, we need to do better. There's an accountability here. I feel like this song is also perfect for being released Virgo season because it's not suggesting what to do, which, we could say Gemini represents that. Ideas of things. We should be like this. We should be like this. But Virgo is more so like, this is what needs to be done. This is working and this is not. Now, I very much so got that energy from the song, like, watch the party die. Everything that these people represent, what they've been promoting, it has to stop. I don't think we should try to compromise. No, we need to kill them off. So with that said, we could really look at this song as a message to the collective to get ready to go to war. War with the forces that we all know are present. And he used the song to expose them. But before we get to the lyrics, let's start with the artwork. The artwork being Air of Black Air Forces. I think that this could be a subtle jab to Drake, or a continued message that you're not a part of the culture. I know what the culture is, what they want. And for those of you who don't know, Black Air Forces is a symbolic reference to I'm ready to go to war. I'm standing on business. I give no fucks. You gonna get this work today. You gonna learn today. That's what the Black Forces represent. So it's like really like troops, put on your war gear. And then we get to the lyrics, which are very to the point or matter of fact, but artistically sprinkled with metaphors and all of that. So he starts off, I think it's time to watch the party die. This shit done got too wicked to apologize. It's different. Get him whacked and disqualified. Now, like I said, guys, we're not looking at this as talking to Drake, but rather what all of that represents. Listen, he says, we even killed the killers because they taking innocent lives. Burn a whole village, we start over. Burn a whole village, we start over. It's really that time. All right? Gathering the troops. Why reason with these niggas if they can't see the future first? Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? This is what I mean when I say he's communicating that we know we're being oppressed. We know that they're promoting the wrong thing. So why go along with it? We know. If you know this isn't great for your soul, you got to make a choice. And that's essentially what life is. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to choose that. Okay? So he says, why reason with them if they can't see the future first? Why argue with these clowns if the circus is well at work? Just walk that man down. That'll do everyone a solid. It's love, but tough love sometimes gotta result in violence. As an artist, I can tell you, he's in the first lines, he's giving you what he's saying, and he's gonna continue to hit the central message in different ways, but that is it. It's time for us to boss up. And I gotta tell you, this applies to like Saturn. As you grow on this journey and you understand what needs to be done to be happy or to manifest given conditions, you realize that it's not always fun and games. There's a seriousness about change and transformation that is needed. This is very much so the message. The time is now. And us as star watchers, we know where we are in time. Pluto currently at the 29th degree. Once it goes forward, that's that. All right? So we continue this amazing lyrics. I encourage everyone to really listen to the song, with the lyrics. Then I want to jump to the hook. And the hook really lets you know, or is communicated to me, that this is a mantra. This is a mantra. This is the things that realistically you should be asking for. Okay? And as a Gemini, I relate to this so much, y'all. Not just a Gemini, but someone whose spiritual faith means something. These are things that I ask for, not what you would think, but these things. God, give me life. Dear God, please give me peace. Dear God, please keep these lame niggas away from me. Dear God, keep me shining. The fuck do they really think? Pocket watching. You must be the police. Now, this is getting back at Drake on Drop and Give Me 50, talking about his splits and all of that. So, he's like, I got something for you. But at the same time, like I said, this is a mantra and a prayer of protection. This is how you should be talking to self. God, give me life. Dear God, please give me peace. Keep all these lanes away from me. Dear God, please forgive them. They know how hard I tried. I think it's time for me to watch the party die. God. Another line that I wanted to highlight is when he said, the radio personality pushing propaganda for a salary. Let me know when they turn up as a casualty. I want agony, assault, and battery. I see a new earth filled with beautiful people making humanity work. Let's kill the followers that follow up on popping mollies from the obvious degenerates that's failing to acknowledge the hope that we trying to spread. If I'm not his vote, then you need to bring his fucking head. Yo, he's in the last line. I'll film that shit in high res. That's some MC shit. He's talking crazy. But the message here is that the follower mentality needs to end, and there is going to be a separation between those who are and those who aren't. It boils down to choice. That's my biggest thing. And I've echoed this sentiment on my videos in regards to the election. It's not about the people. It's about the life you're living and the choices you're making and what you're seeking to co-create in this world. So, nonetheless, I felt very good about, Kendra dropping this, and it reminded me that brighter days are ahead. Neptune in Aries, Jupiter in Gemini. But before I end, I will say this, going back to the idea of it's time for war. Neptune and Saturn will eventually be in Aries. Physicality, fighting for your rights are major markers of that archetype. And Uranus will be in Gemini. People's minds will be more enlivened. They're more liable to make better choices. We shall see. But allow yourself to absorb this message, understand it, and most importantly, act on it. Be the change you want to see out here. Speak life. You want to ask yourself, am I building or am I destroying with my existence, with my choices, with my art? And most importantly, like I said, if Aquarian energy is about humanitarianism, let's get the fucking boat going. We all know better, all right? So, this is my interpretation of the new Kendrick Lamar record. Let me know your thoughts, how you feel. If you need a reading, holla at me, GeminiBrown.com. Check out my book, Astrology of the Matrix, my new album, Son of Gemini 2. Till next time, peace.